You ready?
Are you ready for the podcast? Whole lot we gon' broadcast. Dropping gems, these are all facts. Shooting flicks like Men in Black. Are you ready for the podcases? Hitting every spot, Dalmatian. Taking off like a spaceship. Podcast is not basic. 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 Let's go. Podcast is not basic. When I see the
Yo, what's up, man? Oh, yeah, my man. What's up with that jacket on, brother?
What you talk about?
Hey, I see that, baby. What's up, baby? What's up, man? Welcome. This is a special Monday night show, man. You got the originators of Opinionated-Facts here, man. Welcome, man. Episode 42, Monday Night Live. You got the originators of Opinionated-Facts. You got your boy Fif.
You got your boy CY, Christopher M. Young, class of 99, Shaw University baseball pitcher, number 8.
Man, you got Fifth.
You got Letterman's jacket on or whatever.
Hey, you got that, brother. I see it, man. You looking mighty sharp over there. You looking mighty sharp.
Appreciate it. Thought we should, man. It's all show you know. So hey.
Yo, man, and I don't know if you noticed that, man. You see those colors up there, our graphics and everything, represent the show you colors, man, and we want to welcome everybody for tuning in for this Monday night show, man. Kind of came together, and we're doing it on a Monday night, man. So welcome everybody. Happy Monday, everybody. Yo, this is the first of the month. Everybody know what it is. It's National Girlfriend's Day, man. So salute to everybody. National Girlfriend's Day.
Wow, I didn't know.
You didn't know, man.
No
so
idea.
It's National Girlfriend's Day, and it's a Monday, bro. How you feeling, my man?
Hey, man, I'm feeling good, man. I'm we had a moment of silence for my Prius. Got me another one.
Hey, bro, before we even get started, I want to send a special RIP to the king, Mr. Bill Russell.
Definitely, man, definitely.
Legendary figure. So RIP, Mr. Russell, man. Legendary.
Also, man. Good Kappa man. Good Kappa man.
Great man. He's a great man.
Yeah.
So salute, RIP to him, man. But salute to everybody who's joining us tonight on episode 42, Monday Night Live. We got a special show, man. And, the cases are here, brother. As we always do. We here. Welcome.
Hey, man. So, Biden got COVID again.
Again, or he always had it, bro? I don't think he stopped having it.
It said he was clear. I mean, he won't wear no mask, but they said he was clear.
Hey,
now it's not clear again.
Hold on a second. We spent a little 5 minutes or 10 minutes before each show to get this camera shit ready. I give you 5 minutes. You good with your camera, bro?
Not yet.
Okay. Do you need more time as I talk to the people?
Yes, I need more time.
Okay. Yeah, bro.
I do more than just throw on a t-shirt. This is embroidery, man.
Bro, listen, don't think, man. I'm gonna need you for an hour and 30 plus here tonight. So you be careful with that, bro.
I'm prepared to throw something else on, but go ahead.
Yo, man, and I was kind of off today, bro, because today's Monday, and Monday, I don't do nothing. I don't do nothing on Mondays, man. So I was a little off today. So with my timing and everything, but we here live, brother, and we here on a Monday, episode 42, man. We got like 2 more shows left in season 4 before we wrap this thing up.
Can I tell you something?
Sure, absolutely.
The jacket ain't gonna make it.
I know it's not gonna make it, bro. I know you hot as fuck over there right now. You gonna lose like 2 pounds.
Die.
You
Come on to die.
Hey, man, like I tell you, you should have people to put your shit together, like they do mine.
They do.
Shit out.
But look, people gonna see it. I'm gonna keep it on long enough for people to see it.
Okay.
Die or not. You know how when you were small, when you were small and you really wanted to wear them shoes, but they was too small. You gonna wear them to school anyway.
You gonna wear them to school, baby.
Hey.
And the worst part about it, if you wore your dope ass outfit and Felicia wasn't there,
then you gotta try to wear it again. But let me tell you why I can't never wear my jacket to homecoming, man. I can't never really wear my jacket to homecoming because I'm always too fly at homecoming.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Who told you that? Who told you that shit?
Everybody. I mean, I'm known for it. I mean, I'm coming out the closet homecoming. They're like, yo, you usually tell me like, damn, you killing them. Like, so like I'm too fly at homecoming, so I can't never, or either it just don't be cold enough. As I sit here in 100-degree weather with my jacket on, I say it don't be cold enough. But
Hey,
yeah,
bro,
you get what I'm saying.
yeah, I understand. We talked about 10 minutes ago. You were not wearing that shit. You're wearing it now. I'm worried about you. As long as you got a fan on you or something like that to kind of circulate
Hey,
that
man.
air on you, bro. Is
The people are saying that in the comments they like my jacket. They like the Letterman's jacket. They see right here the Shaw University.
You did your thing at Shaw,
Class
bro.
of '99 picture.
Yeah,
On the back it says Shaw Baseball, number 8. I mean, the
you did
Shaw
your
U
thing,
right
man.
here.
You did your thing. Salute to everybody who's joining us tonight. Salute to Emma, Charlotte, and everybody on YouTube that's joining us, man. Like I said, this is a special show we do on Monday night, man. And like I said, I'm a little off, man. But you give me like 10 minutes to get my legs under me, and I'll be good to go, bro. So, I will allow I want you to carry this thing for like 10 minutes until I get sauced up here, and
Yo,
we get going.
I do it because tonight, man, we're not alienating people, but we're gonna do a lot of talking about our alma mater, Shaw University, 118 East South Street. Thank you, Emma, for saying my jacket looks really cool. Thank you. So we're gonna do a lot of talking about that, HBCUs in general. We got some people coming on to talk about some people who know actual factual stuff about HBCUs. We're gonna talk about HBCUs and some of the enrollment issues, the alumni giving issues. Don't y'all run away. Alumni giving. They're gonna talk about some of the things going on with HBCUs. Hopefully it's gonna be a really educated show, man. We're gonna really be able to tell people some things that maybe they knew or didn't know. HBCUs for the last couple of years has been a real hot topic, like me, hot in this jacket.
Absolutely, bro.
Been
Absolutely.
a real hot topic. So we're gonna get there tonight.
And let me tell you something. I sincerely appreciate everybody who may be first time watchers or listeners to the podcasts, bro. Like I said, we the originators of Opinionated-Facts here. You got your boy Fif and my man CY over there, bro. My man for almost 30 years that we rock here, man. So anybody who's new to the show, man, we much love and we appreciate you joining us tonight as we dissect some issues here that that's pertinent to everybody, especially everybody at 118 East South Street, in Raleigh, yo. So salute to everybody who's joining, man. Thank you for spending your Monday night with the cases. We do it like no other, brother. And salute to everybody, man. How was your weekend, man? I'll tell you like this before you start. And I was gonna leave this off the show because it's none of my business. Fucking business.
But then don't say it. Then don't say it.
Yeah, well, it's on my show notes here that our producer kindly provide to me. I get show notes every now and then. But you posted a picture yesterday that did very well with algorithms and all that, and you were on some skates. And I understand you out with your boys and all that shit like that. That's you're a great father, man. But those socks, bro.
First of all, those
No,
are
I'm
church
asking.
socks.
Just answer.
It's only one person, one hater. Out of all the people who looked at the picture like that, it's one hater. Who's the hater, you ask? You looking at him. Talking about, oh, I like the church socks. Those were not church socks. I had on New Balances. Those were athletic socks that go with New Balances.
Oh, I got you. They look mighty sheer around calf area. It was pretty seen. I never seen athletic socks that was like kind of sheer around the ankle.
Well,
around the calf.
That's because I got big calves because I work out.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, so salute to you, bro. I can't listen. I can't do nothing about what you do in your off time, man. But I'm glad you're here. I was worried. I put that comment in it to let you know we have a show to do in 24 hours.
Let me tell you something, man. So we went to the skating rink. Took my boys to the skating rink. We up there. I went and ordered 2 pieces of pizza and some pretzels. Right? and two drinks. So, when you're at the skating ring, you roll up to the concession. The floor is different than the carpet. So I roll up there. I tell one of my sons, I say, yo, go up here and see what's taking so long. He get in the back of the line, right? And I'm like, man, let me get this. So I go get the little number. I'm going to roll up there. Man, bust my ass.
Hey, like you said about those bees, did anybody get that on tape?
No, they didn't even, my boys didn't even see it. But the lady next to me saw it, and the lady behind the counter saw it. So when I finally was able to come up, because, when you fall on skates, getting up is harder than going down.
Oh, it's especially when you're over 40.
I hit my knee, boy, and I was like, damn, anyway, I got up, and the lady was just looking at me, shaking my head. Man, humbled the shit out of me. I was like, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if there's a little delay on the 2 slices of pizza and the
So you
pretzel that I got.
you was going up there to raise hell, but when you bust your ass, it humbled you really quick. And
Hey
you say,
man, God, all I was thinking was, man, I'm glad I ain't cracked my teeth or something, man. I mean,
I'm glad you ain't
like,
broke that fucking hip.
I hit the ground hard, yo. My knee's still hurting, yo. I think I told you. I might have cracked my kneecap or something, man.
Hey, was that before after you took that picture?
That was the picture. That was a fake smile in the picture, man. I was hurting.
You was hurting. You was hurting then.
Hey, you remember Ed Reed? I'm hurt, dog.
I tell you like this, man.
No, I'm not all right.
So you came straight from church and went to the skating rink?
Yesterday we did some praying. We didn't go to the actual church house.
Yeah, I thought you took your damn slacks off and put them skates on, bro. Because them socks were sheer as hell, man. I'm like, bro, come on.
There you go. You go stay up. Okay.
And they were high as fuck too, bro. Them socks was high as hell, bro. So
I got okay. That's your way of saying, yo, I like your socks. I understand, man. That's your way of saying you like my socks. But like I said, I've been working out. My calves getting bigger, so stuff looks sheer on me. Cotton stuff looks sheer on me.
So you gonna be in fit and trim when homecoming rocks around here in about like 2 months here.
Oh man, I'm already fit and trim.
You fit and trim?
That's what people saying. Yeah, people.
Okay,
yeah,
all right. That's what the people saying. So salute to all the people that's saying that. Decide. Hey, salute to Wilson here on YouTube, man. Salute to you, bro. I
want people to go look on. Everybody go to my Facebook now. Take a look at that picture, and I don't want to know if my calves look big. I know they do. But look at those socks. You can tell I had on New Balances.
Them shit was sheer as hell, bro. I was embarrassed. You know, I was about to untag you from the Podcases page, bro.
One hater. Well, it's okay though, because I know how you do, man.
Hey, I tried to call you on that, man. I'm like, yo, come on, man. You got to.
You didn't call me. You didn't call me. What you wanted to do was you wanted to try and embarrass me, but it didn't work, my brother.
It didn't work, bro. But I tell you like this, man. I'm feeling much better this week than I did last week, bro. I got some shit about what I said last week, man. I meant every word I said it. That I said.
What you say last week? You say so much crazy shit. It runs together to me. What you
man,
say last week?
Listen, man. My eyes were bothering me last week. Like you say, people talk about your cheeks. People talk about my eyes, man. These are award winners here, baby. So they're available.
You know what gets me though, man. Like you'll say some crazy shit, and then people be like, "Man, he really is crazy." And I'm like, "I told y'all he crazy. He just be saying shit." Now he wasn't making that up though. He was telling the truth about that. He might lie about everything else. I'm like, "Yo, man, it's just entertainment." I'm like, "Man, I mean, even sometimes even Dana called me, man, to be like, "Man, Fif," I be like, "Man, Fif just be talking, man. He be making that shit up. I don't know what he gonna say, man." But
when you can tell when I'm serious about some shit, right? You know, I try to get people serious, get information, and I'm serious about a lot of things. And typically, when you can tell when I'm animated about something, I'm very serious about it. You know, what I'm saying?
No, because sometimes you get that very serious voice and you be lying, particularly when it comes to me. You get your 9:30 a.m. English cast voice on, but you be lying.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, because I read and I like to.
Hey, but you know when I say when I give people books and things that I've read, I've always give the title and I give the author, so they can go back and check the stuff that I read. Because unlike most people that's on the show, Cy, I try to read how many books a month? 2 books a month. You know, and this is a new month. I haven't started reading I used to start reading my books on Tuesday evening, so I got 2 books that I'm going to read this month, and by the end of this. You know, we got 2 shows left, so I will give people updates on those 2 books that I will read. I haven't picked them out yet, of course, but nonetheless, I'm a very versed guy.
What do you call that voice when you get into that?
The one you be hating on all the time?
Yeah. What you call that?
Hey man, I just it's a thing that comes out when I'm speaking facts.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, so how was your weekend, man? You did some skating, and what else did you do?
Hey man, I did some skating. Got my another Prius on the road.
Salute the Prius. I saw the Prius, man. Salute to the Prius, man. I can't wait to take a trip in that.
Yeah, man. Just that was it, man. Just
so like I said, man, we only got 2 shows left, man. How you feeling, bro? How you feeling about that? We're gonna be down for a while.
Nah, not for a while because we got 2 shows and we coming right back college football season, man.
We come right back. We got
we got
plans.
homecomings, man. We got plans. We talking about.
Right.
We talking about new. We talking about new and improved Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about letting people be able to buzz in all kinds of stuff, man.
The podcast is gonna be crazy, right? It's gonna be crazy, man. And like I said, I think everybody who's ever tuned in before and who's tuning in now for the first time, man, salute to you. We just, like I said, we're the originators of Opinionated-Facts, man, and we thank everybody who's tuned in, man. If you have a chance, check out our YouTube channel. If you haven't, it's the Podcases. YouTube at Podcases, and our Instagram is the Podcases official, bro. We just have fun and speak the facts here as we see it. But we have a good time. So everybody, thanks for joining us, man. I had a great weekend, bro. I had a lot of rest.
Sorry, I didn't ask you, man.
I was asking myself. I was gonna talk to myself for about 10 minutes here, man. But
how was your weekend, man?
I had a great weekend, bro. It's just like it's one of those weekends where, and I know you roll your eyes when I tell you this shit all the time, man. It's just a matriculation as I go down the field of a new Sean Carter, bro. I'm taking time for myself and I'm smelling the roses. And this is like week 4, week 5 of this new guy where I just take time for myself, spend time with my beautiful daughters, man. We all kick it together and, we chilling and everything like that. She's starting school here in a couple of days and everything like that. And it's like, it's like this is the best time of year for me. Like we getting into the summer when it's hot and stuff and going to fall and things like that. It's like a brand new thing, man, and I'm just looking forward to it, bro. I'm happy. This is the happiest I've ever been in my life, man. We got a dope ass show. I'm rocking with my homeboy, my brother, and we got a great show to line up for the night, man. So I'm just happy, bro. You know what I'm saying? What could I say, man? You know what I'm saying? What can I say? I'm just working. I see you with that jacket on. I see you with that jacket on, man. I'm like, yo, I should have put on some Shaw U paraphernalia, man, but my people didn't lay that out for me today.
But you put on a Notre Dame hat. That's what you want to do. That's who you represent tonight.
No, this is official. There's a tag inside this as well. This is official Future Astronaut gear here, bro. This is not no shirt we just labeled and stuck a logo. This is our gear. This is our stuff.
You call it the dad cap, right?
This is a dad hat.
Dad hat, okay.
Yes, this is the dad hat that's available on futureastronaut.com. We're right now we're in 6 stores. You can buy it online or you can go to those 6 stores. And we're 4 years in and we're doing okay. So salute to everybody who rocked the Future Astronaut out there, all the skate teams and everything out west, San Diego, Pomona Beach and everything like that. Salute to everybody who rocked the Future Astronaut, man. So
hey, man, it's all proud of you, bro. All the shit I give you, proud of you about that, man. You will see something through. You'll make people quit and want to quit throughout the way, but you will see it through. I tell you that.
I have a vision, bro. When I believe in something, I go all in, and I don't ask anything of others that I won't ask of myself. I know you're gonna say something about the way I said that. But I when I truly believe something, I go full blast, go all in it. And when like I say, I'll tell the people all the time, when you came with this idea of the podcast, I'm like, yo, bro, that is one of the greatest ideas I've ever heard in my life. Let's run with this motherfucker. And we have run with it. And we're here 42 times here, man. And we're doing it, bro. So it's just a beautiful thing. And I love it, man. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? But I'm gonna give you a little bit of shit because I thought at least you would have threw the Monday Night Football theme song in the background. Like, I don't know how to do none of this shit. So I thought you'd at least put da 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 da.
Did you see it? Did you see it on Instagram?
I ain't hear no Monday Night Football.
It was. If anybody who saw it on Instagram or anybody who saw it on Facebook, it was I'm not trying to get sued on our show, right? So I did throw it up.
I'll defend us.
Okay, my cousin Vinny. The 2 U's. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm good on that, my cousin Vinny, man. I stick with what works for us, man. Our producers say we can do it this way, we do it this way, and then all that, man. So, man, like I said, man, we got an outstanding show here for tonight, man. That it's a little something different, but we it's something that's near and dear to both of us, right? You and I became like a rock solid crew at Shaw. We speak about it almost every week about how we came together and things. This show is largely built about Shaw, like how we met and our experiences at Shaw and things like that, right? We just kind of talk about it and bring it forth, and it's near and dear to us, bro. Am I right?
Wait a minute, man. Charles said your mindset is blessed with positivity. Who's this you paid? Is your cousin? Charles, are you related to Sean? See for something?
Hey, bro, people see this shit in me, man. Man.
Mentality is blessed with positivity.
Hey, man, man, we need, salute. Hey, salute, Charles. I don't know who you are, bro, but salute to you, my brother.
Yes, you do. You know who
salute,
that is.
I don't know who that. Were you watching on YouTube? You getting that on YouTube or Facebook?
It's on YouTube. It's a friend of yours, Charles.
Hey, salute Charles. Salute Charles. Salute Bernard. Salute Camellia. Salute Anthony. Salute everybody, man. But yeah, man, Shaw. Like I said, we met at Shaw, bro, and we just became like instant. Like this was instant connection between you and I when we got to Shaw, and we start, we came from similar backgrounds and all that, and we just start rocking, bro. And everything that we got, everything that we've able to build is all based on what Shaw U, right? And giving us an opportunity to do our thing and not turning it back on us, bro. And when we do this show, bro, anytime we can, lend some information and helping hand to our alma mater, what we do it, right?
Oh, for sure, man. For sure.
Yeah, dog.
All hail Shaw U. That's our alma mater theme song. In case you didn't know, I'm sure you probably never sung it, but all hail dear old Shaw U.
He's gonna be here all week, ladies and gentlemen. Try to veal. He's railing on me today, man. Hey, bro, I'm sorry. I'm gonna take that post as soon as we get done. I'm gonna take that post down about them damn socks.
Too late.
That touched
people saw it.
How many people
ring a wrong bell?
How many people like that comment about them socks, bro? I saw that.
There's a couple people on here. I got a couple people. I think it's a couple people here. Matter of fact, I think they Omegas talking about the socks are sheer.
Them socks are sheer as fuck, bro.
They were not sheer.
They was thin and sheer, and that's why you bust your ass, because there was no way they should have gave you those skates with them sheer ass socks. So they was thin as hell, bro. They was thin, bro. Those some Stacey Adams socks. And I don't know why you thought it was a good idea to put those things on. They were sheer as hell, man. And you had them up high too, bro. Like they were like that was part of an outfit that people wanted to see, bro. Your shirt was dope, your shorts were dope, but them socks was fucking ratchet, bro. I'm like, damn, Cy, you fucking the cases
up. Them socks, they were HIND socks. Those are some expensive athletic socks.
No, Cy, they were Stacey Adams socks, and you got them with them shoes. You probably had them before you put them skates on, dog. Because you had some slacks before you had some slacks before you put them shorts on. I guarantee you that.
No, I did.
Why your socks was up so high?
That's why they go. They go like mid calf, yo. But
Dude,
they're supposed to go mid calf, but mine a little lower because my calf's so big.
No, bro. I'm gonna send you some future astronaut socks, bro. As soon as we get, I'm gonna send them to you, and so you can start, man. That shit you did yesterday was reprehensible, bro. Please don't do that again. Because people call me about that. I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
Who called you? Who called you?
People.
What
people? People. So, yo, salute to everybody, that's joining us tonight, man. I'm going to get off that real quick because Cy's, he's a little ornery right now. You can tell when he's ornery. So he's a little ornery right now. So salute, bro. Like I said, man, we got a special show, bro. We got some great people on that we wanted to bring on and bring some light to some to a situation that's near and dear to our heart, bro. And it we got a platform that reach, we have a nice reach, and it'd be almost like sacrilegious if we didn't bring this information to the people that support us most, which is our alma mater, Shaw U, and other people like that around the world, bro. People from around the world support the cases on Facebook and YouTube and all that stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Salute to everybody who leave those reviews. Comments are dope. When they leave those reviews about how we rock and things like that, man, that's a beautiful thing, man. So when we have opportunity to do stuff like that, man, that's a beautiful thing, man. So tonight's show, man, is super important, man. There's an issue that we want to just have people come on and give some good information about what's going on and talk to that point about how people can get into the fight, or just get more details about our alma mater and what's going on, what's being proposed. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. We so yeah, we're gonna have a couple of guests, man. We want to talk about 118 East South Street. Let's get to it.
Yeah, man. And our first guest, man. I can say a lot of things about this brother, but he he's not just a guest, man. He's a brother. He's a super dope human being that kind of walked me through the halls of Omega way back when in 1996, 97, bro. And he's passionate about his alma mater, bro. That's one thing I can say. He's passionate about his alma mater. Sometimes people graduate and it's like, fuck it, you see him at homecoming, you don't see him at all. But every time you see this brother, he's posting something on his social media about his alma mater, and he's passionate about it. He may have graduated, but he's never graduated from being passionate about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So
hey, real talk, man.
Yeah. And so when we put this together, and it was super fitting to bring this brother on and kind of so we can speak to the situation and have some detail about it, so everyone's more aware of what's going on, and speak to the facts of what's going on, so everyone's kind of getting to know. The most important thing is getting to know and get the information out to our alma mater and to the people that love Shaw U. So without further ado, I want to bring in my frat brother, my brother, straight from Brooklyn. My man, Mr. Eugene Myrick, man. He's a Shaw U alumni. Welcome to the Podcases, Eugene. How you doing, brother?
Great introduction.
Hey, man, I'm getting better, bro. I'm getting better with this thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's the People's Republic of Brooklyn, by the way.
Oh, the People's Republic of Brooklyn, man.
Hey, Chris, we don't mean no problems with you about that 1911, bro. Don't worry. You good with me. I'm going to give you permission to rock the 1911.
Hey, man, he's slowly but surely.
Slowly
but surely, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because every now and then he throw these little slights at me and stuff. Because all we had, you're the first bro we've had on the show, Q. So I salute you. We've had a lot of Kappas on, man. I don't have much say in the show. All I do is show up with the microphones and kind of put the show together. So salute to you, my brother, for welcome. Hey, man, how you doing, man? Welcome to the Cases, bro. First time.
Can y'all see me? I'm a little chocolate. Chris got that light bright coming through. I'm just trying to,
hey,
I got enough light coming.
Eugene, comment on my jacket so I can take it off.
Please say something about that jacket, bro.
Wait.
Nice jacket, bro.
It don't fit him no more. Yeah, they don't fit him no more. You like Sammy Davis in that jacket, bro. Your head's big and the jacket's big. It's quite. So
hey, man. Hey, look. Before we get going, man. Sean knows me, man. He knows that everybody we bring on, if I got a personal story about him, I like to bring it up, even if they don't know about it. So back in probably in about December 1996, when Sean was pledging some frat and I was pledging Kappa Alpha Psi, we were talking, and we would talk because we were roommates, Eugene. Okay. And we would talk about our process and what's going on. And at some point we got to the point of, man, when the fuck do we get applications and shit? And Sean said, man, he said, yo, I know I'm good because Eugene, Pooh lived right there on Gardner Road. He said, man, Pooh is good. He legit. Pooh. And I had never seen you, didn't know of a Pooh. But he sung your praises like no other. Man, I remember him coming back one night to the room. We used to get back, man, and we used to talk about like what we went through. And I remember him coming back one night and saying, man, I met Pooh tonight. I'm like, damn, who the fuck is Pooh? He like, yo, if you meet, he said, yo, when you meet Pooh, it means everything is good. Everything is legit. It's going true, down. Bro. And I was like, damn, I was like, yo, that's good stuff. I ain't met nobody yet. But he said, man, I met Pooh tonight, so we good. He said, man, he lived right there in the brown apartments on Gardner Road.
That's true,
and
bro.
I'm like, all right, well, so I didn't know you, man. And then it's funny because then, 24, 23 years later, you and I connect on something totally different. Right. And I'm like, yo, if this guy is this passionate about this, I can only imagine how he would be about Omega. You know what I'm saying? So just a kudos to you, man. And like I said, you and I connected on something totally different. Right. I had told you the type of person you are. I told you no. Matter of fact, I didn't tell you no. I said hell no. Yeah. And you said, listen, just meet me at Panera Bread on Capitol Boulevard, across the Triangle Town Center. Just meet me up there. Just talk to me for a minute. I said, all right, man, I'll meet you. All right. And by the time we left, we were shaking hands like, yo, let's get it done.
Hey, bro.
So, like, yo, you were who he said you were. And like, yo, that, everybody won't always see eye to eye with you. But one thing I can say about you is I know you do your research.
Yeah, man,
you believe in something, you go hard. And one thing about you that a lot of people don't do is you show up. Whether it's with an army, whether it's by yourself, whatever it is, you show up, man. And like you and I have forged the friendship from that time back in 2014, 15. And I also consider you one of my brothers, man, because you, like I say, I know if you say you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it.
I appreciate it. Look, I
appreciate you coming on the show.
Let me say something real quick before we get started here while we're here, bro. The Podcases got started with an idea between Cy and myself, but the very first show was put together as a result of we reaching out to this brother right here and his lovely wife to help us do this thing, man, and that got us rolling. The first show was what it was, man, and we sincerely appreciate it. But we didn't do anything without this brother. We reached out to his brother, and the first thing he didn't say, well, nah, he was like, yo, bro, how can I help? You know what I'm saying? It was all that. So whatever we can do from this point on is always yours, brother. And I just want to tell you that that's real talk. And man, you my big brother. And I always tell you that every time I acknowledge your email, text, whatever, hey, big bro. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So much love to you, man. And the platform is yours, man. I know you're a passionate brother about what's going on with Shaw and the happenings that's going on now. And everyone's here. Everyone's kind of like circling around the screen or listening how they're gonna listen. And we just want to get a kind of idea what's going on, what's the status of how this whole Shaw U district is going on, and because you're in the meetings, you're always in the meetings, bro. So just kind of give us a little idea what's happening with the Shaw U district, what's the plans and all that.
So, and like I said, it's just a matter of showing up. And to be honest, like sometimes when you get into like these topics about Shaw, like if it wasn't y'all, if it wasn't the two of you, literally Fif and you, Chris. And if it was somebody else like, oh, we got to have a conversation about it, I don't even bother. Because the last time I tried to have a conversation with some Shaw folks about Shaw, it was some chick calling me and Keisha Illuminati, devil worshiping, vomit eating bastards.
That's cold, Jack.
I'm like, so you know what? You might not like the messenger, but you should listen to the message. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Because one thing I don't do is I do not lie. You know what I'm saying? I do not lie. And I like to be in the room. I don't care where it's at. I don't care if it's in California. I lived a little bit everywhere. I'm from Brooklyn. I live in New York, Los Angeles, Pittsburgh, North Carolina, California. You know what I'm saying? I like to be in the room. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, like with these last few meetings, when I went, I just go there to be in the room. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to see who's talking to who giving who the head nod. You know what I'm saying? Who's giving who the wink. You can't see that unless you're in the room. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's something in California where I want to be. That's why I got the American airline points. I'm gonna hop on that flight. I'm gonna go to California, and I'm gonna be there in that room. So when it comes to Shaw, man, it's like the sad thing is the not so secret is that we know the board of trustees is the problem. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We all know that the board of trustees is the problem, and in varying levels, which is why I made it my business to send y'all, Chris. You got a bunch of that stuff, but I made it my business to send Fif a lot of that stuff too, because I don't ever want to say something and can't show what I'm talking about. Right. You know, but like most people, I come to homecoming, we were partying bullshit. You know, you come to homecoming, you partying bullshit. And then one year we left, and then we heard Shaw was $500. Everybody said $500 the school won't close. I don't even remember what year that was. We talking back like what? I don't know, 2007 or some shit. I don't even remember. And that's when I really first started getting involved with this stuff. Like, okay, if the school's gonna close, everybody don't send $500. Like, what's the problem? Like, who do we go to? I'm like everybody else. Like, didn't Willie Gary give $10 million? Where's Willie Gary when you need him?
Right.
And then you started asking questions, because that's what I do. I don't care if I got $500. I'm not giving you $500 unless I know what the problem is. Right. So then I started hearing, well, Willie Gary pledged $10 million, but he never gave $10 million. You know what I'm saying? So then you start getting into a bunch of variant issues, you know, and then it's crazy, because I think around this time, I think me and Keisha may have been in Black Enterprise magazine, I think.
Right.
So folks have seen us in Black Enterprise magazine, and they seem to think like, well, if Willie was in that magazine and y'all in that magazine, y'all got money, so y'all need to come and save Shaw. I'm like, right. Wait, we don't have money like that. You know what I'm saying? And again, what is the problem? Why is it that if everybody don't give $500, the school's going to close? And that's really when I started getting involved with a lot of this stuff.
Okay.
But when it comes to this Shaw U district, you got to think.
Well, hold on. Before you get into that, we got some people on here who are not familiar with Shaw. They're not familiar with Raleigh. They're not familiar with what's going on. So let's give them a little bit of historical background about the fact that our school sits at the foot of downtown Raleigh, right? As you enter downtown Raleigh, it's very, very valuable property, has always been. People have always been trying to acquire our property. We got to get into that. We have to at least tell them that first, right, so they know kind of what's going on.
Right. So again, like you said, Shaw has been valuable. Unfortunately, we haven't had the best people running our school. Again, starts with the board of trustees. And again, I kind of look back at all of us as the alumni. Like you said, the land is valuable. And what's happening is, you know, the not so funny joke is that all HBCUs are in the ghetto, right?
Right.
What people fail to realize is that, like, a school like Shaw started in 1865. So if this is where the doctors, the lawyers, and the teachers are, poor Black people migrated around these schools because this is where your help was. This is the only people that's going to see you, the only people that's going to educate you, the only people that's going to defend you. So that's the not so funny joke that all HBCUs are in the ghetto. But now those HBCUs, just about all of them now, are in areas that are being gentrified.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I get on Keisha all the time, because there was times when we was trying to find some property in different states, and we came down one time, and those houses by Shaw was like $50,000-$60,000, and I was like, we could just buy this whole block right here. And she was like, hell no, we're not going to live over here. But the crazy thing is, now it took one person to go across the street from Shaw and put a house for $400,000 in the middle of the block that was $50,000-$60,000, and now you cross the street from Shaw, you got condos for $1 million.
And let me say, and secondly, Raleigh, North Carolina, the real estate there, and I don't even know if you know this, Sean, it is it's been tagged as the most overpriced real estate, top 5 in the country.
Yeah.
In the United States of overpriced real estate. And literally everything. I laugh all the time because I when we were in school, I used to deliver pizzas at Gumby's, and I tell people, man, one night coming back from Gumby's, I almost got robbed on Bloodworth Street.
Yes,
and now there is nothing on Bloodworth Street under $600,000.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to tell people that. So that's one more little tidbit people should know. Raleigh is one of the fastest growing. People are moving to Raleigh, and the RT. Raleigh is located right outside of RTP, which is Research Triangle Park. One of the fastest. It's like Silicon Valley of the East Coast. So people are moving here with no jobs and figuring it out. So that's one more thing. And the last thing, Eugene, before you go, please, before we get cussed out, tell the people who your wife is and what she does as well, because you've mentioned Keisha, and I know people say who don't know us saying who is Keisha.
Okay, so Keisha is she's also a Shaw grad. She always tell people she didn't like me in undergrad, but the truth is, She used to sweat me in undergrad, but you know, she was with the quiet kids, and I was with my guys from Brooklyn. You know
That's
what
how
I'm
I
saying?
got my wife.
So she was with the quiet kids. I was with my guys from Brooklyn. So it just so happened that once we graduated, she started re-sweating me. So I gave her a shot. You know what I'm saying? She's in the thing. She don't read the chat because she in there. She might disagree.
Well, bro,
But
actually,
she is the niece of Thelonious Monk, jazz player Thelonious Monk. When she got to Shaw, there was no gospel choir. She literally went up in the student union, started playing the piano. She played 6 instruments. She's a niece of her mother also. Both her parents sang professionally. Her mom sang with Inez Andrews, gospel, and she worked at the radio station at Shaw. She's like one of only 3 people to ever have worked on air in New York, LA, and Chicago as a radio announcer. And she currently does voice work. She does commercials, video games.
And she did the Soul Train Awards and the Tonys.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She does the Soul Train Awards.
Yeah. Come on, Eugene.
And she was our very first guest we ever had on our show.
She does the Soul Train. She does the Soul Train Awards. She was supposed to do the Oscars, but I'm not going. I'll save that story for another time. Okay. She did the Tony Awards this year as the announcer. She did the Soul Train Awards, I think, the last 6 years, maybe, or something like that. But yeah. So she yeah.
Let me run this past you, brother. So I've been reading a little bit about the proposed plans for the Shaw U district and all of that. Just kind of give the viewers a little insight of what the proposed plan is of the Shaw U district and how it would affect what we currently have at Shaw U.
Okay, so I got to go back to 2019 again. If in 2019 there was a proposal, there was this company called Urban Land Institute, and Urban Land Institute basically told Shaw, your school is falling apart.
True.
You need to liquidate Urban Land Institute. You can look it up. Urban Land. You need to liquidate 75 acres of property and land to get $10 to $12 million. Pay down your debt, and that'll put you in a better situation. So think about this now. They're saying liquidate your property. Liquidate means you don't even get the dollar that it's worth. Liquidate, you getting pennies on the dollar, right? They're telling you to liquidate 75 acres of land and property. And I believe I sent y'all the slides that they showed because some of the slides are not even up anymore. And it says that pay down your debt. Shaw was like $22 million in debt, right? Pay down your debt, and then it'll put you. So get rid of your property, use the money you get, and pay down your debt and still be in debt. You understand what I'm saying? This was in 2019. So you ain't gonna have no land, you ain't gonna have no money, you still gonna be in debt, right? So I'm in the meeting. The president of the university sitting front row and center. We got one trustee, a gentleman named Tom Darden. I sent y'all because again, this is why I'm in the room. So people can't say, oh no, this is not how it happened. This is not what happened. I take my own notes. I take my own video. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So Tom Darden is a developer. Why do we have a developer that's sitting on our board for 20-something years and we in this position? You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And the fact that the president is, I forget, I think I sent y'all a newspaper. If anybody want to look up, it shows on the front page of the News and Observer saying land rich and cash poor. So Urban Land Institute is saying you land rich and cash poor. But the ironic thing is Urban Land Institute is the same company, but they're doing the reverse for Kane Realty. Now, Steve Malik, the guy who owns Kane Realty, he done built North Hills Mall. If you're not in Raleigh, North Hills Mall is like totally different. All high-rise buildings now. I'll also get the website for y'all. And he's also building something they call in downtown Raleigh South.
Wait 1 second, Eugene. Just another point. They have in North Hills, they just built a apartment building called the Eastern Apartment. And Sean, the penthouse in the apartment is $17,000 a month.
So
in an apartment building in Raleigh, North Carolina, $17,000 a month.
So
ahead,
so
Eugene. Oh, I'm sorry.
so
Go ahead, Sean.
so in terms of that, in terms of pricing, the price point of this company and everything like that, what are their direct plans for University, or what's already been about for Shaw?
So I got it, Chris. Matter of fact, you sent me a link to the King Realty. They have like 4 different.
Eugene, hey, look, we neutral. You can't incriminate me.
I'm sorry. I apologize. You know what? Because
I'm joking with you, man. Go ahead.
No. I like to put stuff above board because
I did. And then people know we're close. I mean,
the problem with the Shaw community is that you could tell them and they'll be like, "Let's go get the real story." I'm like, okay, so this guy now blue right here, right now. But no. So you have King Realty, right? The guy is building a soccer stadium, but he has the same Urban Land Institute, and they're telling the community why they are so great. Oh no, they're going to create jobs. They're going to create low-income housing. Again, I'm from Brooklyn. I done lived in California. I done lived in Chicago. These developments never work out for Black people. You know what I'm saying? It's never the jobs that you think is going to be, and it's never low-income housing. But low-income housing for who? You know what I'm saying? Right. So again, that was 2019. Shaw's $20 million in debt. You got these folks saying sell 75, and people think, oh, Shaw don't have, but they did. Downtown is supposed to be 25 acres, right? Shaw got a farm off of Rock Quarry Road. People don't even know about, like 40 acres of land that people don't even know about. Just sitting there. You know what I'm saying? So this was 2019. You're in debt. Okay. So these people are telling you to sell. And not only sell, but sell it within 6 months. It's documented. It's documented on their deed. Sell it within 6 months, right?
When did that 6 months period start? Do we know? Like what was it?
This was 2019.
2019. Okay, 2019.
November 10th, right?
Okay.
I think the News and Observer article is November 12th, if folks want to look that up.
Gotcha.
So it was think about it. The meeting was November 16th. If it's not for the grace of God via COVID, the land would probably be gone. Everything shut down in March.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So March caused a lot of that stuff to be delayed. You know, fast forward to 2021, and you go on the White House website, all HBCUs got debt relief. All HBCUs got debt relief. Shaw's $22 million debt wiped out by the Department of Education. Not only the $22 million debt wiped out, Shaw got $11 million in COVID relief funds. You got it? Now you don't have debt. Now you got $11 million in COVID relief funds. Think about this now. Even before that happened, the president sold the radio station for $3.2 million. Right?
When was this?
Let me. One thing, real quick, just for time's sake, right? I want to step in. Something I said I wouldn't do, but I do. I want to step in and I want to say one of the major problems, because I've had conversations with Eugene, is one of the issues that he has, and a lot of people have, a lot of people who actually do due diligence and they do a little research, is that they know that this plan has been in the works for about 7 or 8 years. Since 2015. And right, because I think we saw this plan when we filed a lawsuit. And I think the issue is that this plan has been in the works, and for people to pop up and say this plan is new and this is something that is just happening. And I can tell you personally, one reason why I haven't been interested in going to any of the meetings is because it's a done deal. There's nothing you can do to stop it. It's just, I mean, if you're going to do it, just do it. Why are you going to tease us about it? It's a done deal. There's very little red tape to have to cut and go through. And I think that that's the problem, that somebody like Eugene who's saying, hey, why are you lying to me? If he just sat here and said, hey, I don't lie to people. He's saying, why are you lying to me? Why are you doing this? I think that's his issue, is maybe he feels like the wool is being pulled over his eyes a little bit. And we got Jermaine Simmons, who said they're not selling the land, which is great for Shaw U.
They're not selling the land, they're leasing the land on a long-term lease, which allows us to retain the land. But I think, like I said, what I think is the problem for people like Eugene is I think he feels like there's some wool being pulled over his eyes. But Eugene, playing devil's advocate, you have to realize that 98% of the people have no idea of what's going on like you do. You see what I'm saying?
Right. But check it though. So check it though. How is it that you got the same plan basically from 2019 when you was broke, we so poor, we so broke, we got to sell this stuff off, right? But now you fast forward to 2020, now we're not going to sell it, we're going to lease the land, right?
Right.
So check this out though. You're going to lease the land, but as I sit in these meetings, right? And the president is the narrative is constantly changing, right? Let's go back to the radio station that I mentioned. Right. When she sold the radio station for $3.2 million, which was a horrible, horrible thing to do, they already had a buyer. When you put something up for sale, don't you try to get top dollar? You put it up for sale and you already got a buyer.
Well, hold on, Eugene. Perfect time for us to invite Dr. Metter in, who wants to talk a little bit about enrollment and things like that to generate money for the university, money that we need. You continue on talking, but we're going to invite her in so she can be a part of this because we didn't want to feel like we were one-sided and we just had one person. She's in higher education. She knows about enrollment. She knows about alumni giving. She's also Shaw University alumni, class of 2000. She's a lady of Alpha Kappa Alpha. Her husband is a alpha man, and one of my best friends, and we are glad to have Dr. Cherie Metter on.
Thank you, Dr.
All the way from Chicago. Thank you for coming on, Dr. Metter.
So did you tell me to continue, Chris? Or you
go ahead, continue, Eugene, and then we'll let her jump in.
So one of the issues I have, right? The 3.2 million sold for the radio station. The quote in the paper is, we're going to be digital. We're going to be state of the art. We're going to be new technology. She did none of that. Absolutely none of that. Right now, Shaw students are taking classes over at NC State. So think about this now. You say you was going to do one thing with the radio station. That didn't happen, right? So the first story was, there's no students in what we call the old dorm, the female dorm. You're talking about, I always hear, well, you can't run a school off of tuition alone, but you can't run a school off of no tuition. So the first story was the dorm is going to be remodeled because it's in bad shape, right? So now the new story is, oh no, nobody wants to come to Shaw. When you got a president of the university, again, this is why you need to be in the meeting that says, nobody knows where Shaw University is. Nobody know. Like, you've been here for 5 years, right? You sold the radio station. There's no students in the dormitory. Not even the Bears Den, our game room, hasn't been open. I think that this school is being dilapidated on purpose. When you want to sell a house, you empty it out. So granted, y'all not selling it right now. Y'all gonna lease the land. But think about this. Shaw is already zoned to go up 12 stories. The new dorms are already zoned to go up 5 stories, right? At the last meeting, the VP of real estate was like, well, you know, the neighborhood needs a supermarket. You know, they got that Publix over there. Guess what? The Publix is only 12 stories. You know what I'm saying? So what is this? Oh, what we're gonna do is we want the option to be able to go up 40 stories. They're trying to rezone the campus to go up 30 stories and to go up 40 stories. So now it's that, oh no, we want the op. So you're gonna tell me y'all been crying broke. So you're gonna hire Mac Paul, who is one of the top real estate guys in rezoning, who also represents, guess who? Kane Realty. You're gonna hire Mac Paul, who represents Kane Realty, to rezone to go up 30 and 40 stories because you want the option when you can already go up 12 and 5?
Well, let me ask you this question, bro.
It's all smoke and mirrors, but you don't get to keep pissing on my leg and telling me it's raining.
I understand.
You don't.
And one of the questions I have is, and we all have different opinions on it and everything like that, and just to give both sides of it, what we've heard like the negatives, or so to speak, or things that we don't agree with. What are there any pluses or any positives that you see with this deal at all?
Personally, Fif, Shaw, where's the plan for the university? That's all I keep asking them. And they're like, well, we didn't get to the master plan yet.
Gotcha.
When I'm sitting in a meeting and the VP of real estate, somebody said, I know like shit, 5,000, a 40-story building, you can put 5,000 people in there. Right. You understand what I'm saying? So when the VP of real estate say, nah, we good with 1,500 students. We good with 1,500 students. So your goal is to take these students and put them in the corner somewhere and say, don't y'all go over there messing with them good white people that's leasing out land. Shaw is going to basically become a 2022 sharecropper. Why would you become a minority on your own property?
Now, let me ask you now, just playing devil's advocate, what would be the difference in what's going on at, say, a Howard University or a GW or some of the schools that have become modernized in, say, a bigger city like Chicago or DC? What's the difference in just doing that in Raleigh? Why would you not say that's not just thinking forward?
I'm not saying we don't do any of that. The thing is, we do need to modernize, but what we haven't right now is, why would you trust bad actors? I'm not interested in paying into the Joe Bell, any more money to the Joe Bell retirement fund. Everybody know we got a bad, I could appreciate that Jermaine is saying, yo, we not going to do A, B, C, D, and E. But at the same time, Jermaine was on one of the think tanks that was asking Joe Bell what happened to the $5 million that came out the endowment. Why would you trust people that have shown themselves to be dishonest to be able to do business with billionaire developers?
Okay, let's pause. Let's pause right there.
Valuable asset.
Right. Let me ask you a quick question. These meetings, these are public meetings that are published that anybody can go to, correct?
Yeah, they're open to anybody. But guess what? Don't nobody be there. But I'm there.
Now, where are these meetings? Where are the publications for these meetings at, so people can go to them and say, "I want to be a part of them"?
I think they were posted. They might have. Okay. I think the next one, I believe, is on the 8th. But what I'm learning is this right here is just like, these meetings are basically like a comedian playing a small club, testing out his material before he get to the big stage. You know what I'm saying? Because
Go ahead.
Let me ask one thing, Eugene, before we get going. Let's bring Dr. Mehta in, and let's let Dr. Mehta talk about enrollment and things like that, and about where, and she has data, where we sit as a university as far as enrollment, as far as alumni giving, and as far as just being sustainable without this situation.
All right. Well, thank you for having me. And
thank you.
This is a great spirited conversation. So, I want to start by saying, take the emotions, the people out of it. And Eugene, I hear you. I hear you about the players, the board members, and so forth. But when we look at higher ed today, right now, whether it's an HBCU, community college, public, private, we've seen a huge decline in enrollment. And for the next 10 years, except for HBCUs, it is predicted to continue to decline. For Shaw, in particular, Shaw has seen that same decline since starting from 2016. It upticked a little bit, went back down. We are currently, I think, around 988 students. Now, if you think back to when we were in school, and I don't want to give ages away, but we think back to, let's say, the 90s and so forth, we had over 3,000 students.
Wow.
So when we think about diverse revenue streams and alumni giving and funding for a private institution that does not get public funding, we have to talk about enrollment. We have to talk about tuition. Shaw is affordable. Are you all sending your children to Shaw? Shaw is affordable when you really think about it. It's about $24,000 a year.
29.
Yet,
29.
Well, it's gone up. The last one for 01, 22, 24 for room and board. Okay. And when we think about room and board, where are our students staying? What dorms? What do the dorms look like? When we think about enrollment and strategic enrollment and how we attract students to colleges, and we talk about what our campus looks like today, there is no plan for capital building because you don't have money. It's like when you plan to win the lottery and you start planning before you have the money, hoping that you'll get the money to spend the way you want to. And frankly, I go to recruitment fairs. I recruit for Shaw here in Chicago. We try to send as many students as we can because I know every student is close to $30,000. And that is the largest revenue generating fund that Shaw has. And we talk about unrestricted funds. So we think back to Tashni DeBroy when she was there. One of the main things she talked about was capital funding. We don't have any unrestricted funds. People give to Shaw and they want to do endowments, which are great. They put things in their names, which are great. It may be designated for students who are from Brooklyn, students who are from Chicago. Those are not unrestricted funds. So let's talk dollars. About 8 million unrestricted dollars have been given to Shaw over the history. In the last year, 230-something thousand was unrestricted. Over 300,000, around about that number, was restricted. So what can you do with 200 and I work at an institute. I've been in higher ed for over 20, almost nearly 22 years. I'm at a community college. Our operating budget is over 70 million. And we could have almost the same amount of students as Shaw had back in the day at 3,000 and still maintain that budget. But we have public funding.
Right.
So when you think about tuition and you think about students, that's the number one generator. Shaw's greatest asset is what? The land.
Yeah. Okay.
The greatest asset they have outside of students coming to Shaw would be the land. And so it makes business sense. And we always talk about, students first, but there's this business side to higher ed that we can't forget about. And people will give to Shaw if they know alumni are giving to Shaw. Why would I invest something that your own alumni are not giving?
But why? If I can ask, why are alumni not giving the Shaw?
Well, let me jump in real quick.
No. Let go ahead, doctor. Go ahead, doctor.
Go ahead, Dr. Mina. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm coming to that because I think I agree with you on that. It's trust. We keep trusting and then we try to heal. We trust and we heal. And we keep going in this cycle. And we have to address that. In these meetings, I hear you saying that they're just dog and pony show. And you have to have engagement. Now, I don't agree. I know there was some issues with the online meeting that was public. I'm in Chicago. Unfortunately, I cannot fly to Raleigh every time there is a meeting, though I would love to be there. And I was on the first call that was virtual, but we know there's some technical things that happen and hackers that were coming in. But that has to be part of the conversation of healing is transparency every step of the way, right? And I honestly, my passion for Shaw is deep. You came before me, but my passion is deep for Shaw. And I pay my NAA dues, right? I'm a paying member. But I have to say that alumni, the same 420 people give over and over again. And the part of the problem is that we don't have unique givers to Shaw that are alum. It's the same 420 something people that give every single time. And there's a database of alumni of over 17,000. 17,000.
So let me jump in right there real quick. And I just want to say one thing. And I'm also a paying NAA member. I think it's automatic. It's automatic for last 10 or so years. But I think, Cherie, you said a key term, and I can't even remember the exact words you said, but the problem that a lot of people have is the secrecy of what goes on at our university. I think if we had homecoming and we had a situation where we had this same situation where you and Eugene are talking and y'all are explaining stuff to people, then I think you have a much greater situation, because the problem that we have is I hear something, right? Because at homecoming, let's be honest, nobody under 50, if you don't have to, is going to the actual meeting, right? So you hear something and then you go tell somebody and you go tell somebody and you go tell somebody. And by the time, it's just like being in kindergarten. By the time the secret gets around to the beginning of the circle, it's totally different. So you don't have a situation where I'm saying, hey, I know Cherie. That's my classmate. I believe what she says. I want to do this. I know Eugene because I'll say this about all of my classmates. We take the fact that people say, oh, people stealing money. We take that and we use it as an excuse. Oh, I ain't giving them nothing.
Right.
I ain't doing nothing. I remember I told one of my class, I put it in my chat with my baseball teammates. I said, hey man, somebody contacted me from the Shaw Alumni Booster Club and they're collecting money for the athletics. Oh, ain't no baseball I ain't giving. I said, damn, man, that don't make no sense. We still went there. We still go to CIAA. We still do all of this stuff. But the fact that the only person that we have on the board that we can even get close to is Jermaine Simmons is a problem. He's only one person. Right?
You know what, Chris?
We don't believe in this.
I hear you, but there's the engagement.
There's the
engagement piece.
Like, where is it? Like,
I've had conversations with Dr. Diller, with Toshni, with others who worked at Shaw. Even Dr. Diller was just here in Chicago in March because one of my sorors organized a giving at a church that we attend for $25,000. And the stipulation was that she had to come to receive it. She came to receive it. Why? It seems $25,000 is small to you. To Shaw, she literally told me $25,000 is a lot for us, right? So, that may pay a faculty member's salary when we really think about it.
Okay, so when somebody tells you I'm going to go all digital, first of all, let's back this up. I gave y'all the breakdown on what Keisha did. We got an alum named David Linton from Radio and Records, probably 40 years in the game.
Good Kappa man. Say that to you, James.
Yeah, Kappa guy. Jeez. That guy gave a proposal on how you could make money from the radio station, and they used it to say, this is why we need to sell. First of all, WSHA, the signal was so powerful, you could have split it, had the digital station as well as the terrestrial radio station. And the students could have did what they needed to do, and the school could have still had their public broadcast station. But when you, instead of trying to go to the people who actually know, you put it on the market. The plan was always to liquidate the school. You understand what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question.
Think about this right now, Fif. I just want to get this out. We had students going into their senior year, mass comm majors, who never cracked a microphone and never held a camera. That's death. That's death. When you say you're going to be straight, you're going to go all state of the art. This is what you said in the paper.
Right.
And then you saying we're going to remodel the dorms. Oh, nobody wants to come to Shaw. If you're a president of university, you've been there for 5 years. Purposely, the student, when we were students, I did work study. I worked in the game room. They're telling the students, oh, we don't have the manpower to open the game room. Because you don't want the students in the dorm. You don't want them to be on campus. You don't want them at the radio station because you want to liquidate this place. But now COVID has saved you. How is it that now you got this $11 million in COVID money, but you still crying broke? How? So, and if you tell me enrollment and PWIs is going down, HBCUs, there's tons of stories bursting at the seams. Fam, you don't have housing. My niece is going to Virginia State, don't have housing. So you're going to tell me, if y'all were to tell me, you give me 10 buses, I start in Raleigh, from Raleigh, Durham, Richmond, DC, Baltimore, Chicago, Cleveland, Brooklyn, Queens. And I'm telling these kids, listen, you got an opportunity to go to college that they're going to say the dorms is fucked up. I'm not going to Shaw because the dorms is fucked up.
Well,
they don't want them kids there. And
so let me chime in a little bit.
Go ahead.
I hear you. I'm not saying nobody wants to go to Shaw. I'm saying Shaw can't compete. There's a difference. When you compete with FAMU, compete. A&T is the largest enrolled HBCU, and it's right there in North Carolina. FAMU is in the top 5. Morgan State, somebody put in chat, Morgan State has the highest median income for their graduates when they leave, about $54,000. Lower than some of the other largest HBCUs. So it's not about no one wants to come to Shaw. It's about how can we revamp as alum help to get more students to Shaw?
This is not me.
Let me ask you, Eugene.
President of the university in the meeting saying nobody knows what Shaw. But again, if you're going to keep moving the ball, think about it. Again, radio station 3.2, we're going to do this, and then you don't. They said, matter of fact, Jermaine, you was in the meeting with us, Jermaine. You said we're going to remodel the dormitory. You said it.
Let me ask you a question real quick. Let me ask you a question.
And now they saying, oh, nobody want to come to Shaw because the dorms is bad.
Yeah, we have a really good idea what the problem is, how to move forward. So one of my questions to you is, how do you give anything to Shaw, or how do people give the Shaw to kind of help the situation?
So the ironic thing is, but when they came to, when they asked everybody for $500, Keisha and I was trying to give Shaw $10,000,
right?
And nobody would call us back. So we was trying to give Shaw the $10,000, but we didn't want to give it from us. We wanted to do it through Carter's name. We wanted to give it through student activities. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we got the emails. I think Rakita Grimes was the chart. We was just trying to make a presentation at halftime during a football game to give Shaw $10,000, and nobody would call us back. So we literally ended up giving calls to the party. Another time, right? Indirect giving. So we had a bridal website in a magazine, right? I had over $75,000 from the people attending the event, $50,000 from Marriott, another $50,000 from Lionsgate, because Tyler Perry's movie Why Did I Get Married 2 came out. So I had over $100,000, and I'll send y'all the emails. I'm contacting Shaw feverishly. I want to rent the buses. I want to rent the SD hall. I want to rent the gym. I want to put a tent up on campus. I'm sending out emails like, listen, I want to rent buses. Again, and think about this. We're working with married. Our website was geared toward married people. So 150 people, you're talking about 300 people. I'm trying to bring these people on, not only onto Shaw's campus and to give Shaw this money. They never respond. So I literally just, but hold on, Fif, because
go ahead.
That's very important that you ask. People, I had a guy say, well, I give Shaw 1,000, I give my church 1,000. I don't ask no questions, right? I need to make this point. Just give me like 2 minutes.
Sure, go ahead. Take your time, bro. Take your time. It's all yours.
I need 2 minutes. So Keisha's in Ross. This guy, he's a cashier. She says to him, you have a very unique voice. What do? Turns out he's a mass comm student at Shaw. So Keisha tells him who she is, and he goes, I need an internship desperately. So because Shaw students are so dope, before Keisha walk out, he goes, oh, but my best friend need an internship too, right? So we literally trying to contact the people at Shaw. Turns out they no longer have anybody running the department. So we get the students. Again, I'm making a point here. So we get the students to intern, right? So now I'm calling Ricky Smiley. I'm calling Rick Party. I'm calling Steve Harvey. Keisha has a studio session downtown. I'm calling to make sure these kids can go downtown to attend her session. We took these kids on as interns, right? This is a very valuable point right here, right? And I literally just printed something out. Hold on. This is not a flex. This is not a flex, right?
Sure, take your time.
So bro. I literally printed something out it didn't come out, but I really want y'all to try to see this. There's a check there for $14,000, right? And the point I want to make is Keisha just did a national commercial for $14,000. The studio session was for 1 hour, right? Studio session was for 1 hour. So then they had a pickup session, took 15 minutes. They picked up the commercial for 2 years for an additional $5,000. So basically for 1 hour, she made $19,000, right? She took on them 2 students for interns and had to give those 2 students 60 hours of her time. You understand what I'm saying? So people who say, oh, what do you give? What do you give? How valuable is her time? But it didn't stop there, because now the girl wants to run for Miss Shaw. She don't have any help. So what do? I go get her some t-shirts made, vote for her. I go get the balloons made. We on campus with this girl for 3 days so she can run for Miss Shaw. The lady from the CAF comes out and say, oh, your daughter must be so happy. I'm like, this is not our daughter. This is somebody we help. She starts crying. Oh my God, I can't believe y'all. So for people who say, oh, I give Shaw this or I give Shaw that, how much was our time, not even mine, how much was Keisha's time worth that them kids now call us mom and dad? You understand what I'm saying? You understand? So for somebody to tell me, oh, I give Shaw, you ain't doing nothing but giving to the Joe Bell Retirement Fund. Because anybody who gives Shaw, the school still broke. So what? So did you? Let me. Did you have an impact?
I want to jump in on just on one thing, man, and this has always been the case, and we talked about Shaw and the tuition, and 29,000 is high, and I'll say Jermaine is a good friend of mine, and we had a conversation this week, and a lot of us have matriculated through Shaw, and we are doing pretty well. And a lot of us are almost cash paying, if not all cash paying, to our kids, right? And we're getting to the age where our kids are getting to college age. And somewhere like Fayetteville State, Winston-Salem State, is about $10,000 a year. So to say, hey, I'm going to pay this $29,000, I'm going to pay 3 times what I have to pay to send my kid to another school where the dorms may be subpar, where situations may be a little different. I mean, it's different when you're looking at. I mean, I've told my story 1,000 times, so I'm not ashamed to say I came to Shaw because that's where I could come. I couldn't go anywhere else. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I came to Shaw. I came to Shaw to play baseball because that's where I could come. It was Shaw or junior college. A lot of times now our kids are in different situations where you now can go to a state school where tuition is $6,000 plus housing or whatever, and you can probably get out of there for $10,000, maybe $12,000 a year versus paying the $29,000. And what I want to say is the thing about us, we all have different perspectives because Shaw taught us how to think differently, right? It taught us how to think differently, how to look at things differently. But the point is, we all love the institution. We all want the institution to be around for another 150 years or however long it's around. And we all wanted to be there. So I don't want to get that confused on the podcast at all. A lot of us got problems with the board, with the term limits, the time that people have been on the board. We're trying to make changes. We're trying to do stuff, but we can't get it all done in one podcast session. Yeah. But we want this to be a conversation we continue. We want people to know that everything Eugene is saying is not made up. He's got some facts. We want people to know Cherie has a ton of facts that she's saying. At some point, we have to get together as a conglomerate and make this thing right, because we have the wherewithal to do it, but we got to get together. Like it has to be a point where we stop saying, you know what, I ain't going to that meeting. Maybe we're not going to that meeting, but maybe we got our own meeting. You see what I'm saying? I mean, that's things about the school everybody hates. My undergrads of Kappa, last year for Thanksgiving, we came up with almost $1,000. We wanted to present it to Dr. Dillard. She would not come out of her office. She wouldn't come out and take the check. But I didn't tell my undergrads, you know what? Forget it. We're not giving her nothing else. All we can say is, hey, man, maybe it was a bad time. Let's do it again later. In my head, I'm very upset. But I'm not going to be upset because at the end of the day, it's our school. And for our alumni who don't know how our school went, go back and look at the articles from the 70s and 80s. We've always been in this situation. So when somebody says, hey, when Jermaine says, hey, I think this is a way we can get out of this situation, I can understand why he's saying, hey, we can get out of this. Because if you look at the articles from the NNO in the 1970s, in the 80s, it's always, oh, Shaw about to shut down. It's a problem over at Shaw. It's Shaw is doing this. Yeah. The sky's always falling. So maybe we're saying, hey, if we're going to fix this situation, maybe we can fix it. But maybe, just maybe, and I'm not on the board. I don't have any say on anything. Matter of fact, I filed a lawsuit. They probably don't like me. So maybe, just maybe somebody says, hey, Eugene, let me tell you what's going on.
Let me explain to you how this thing goes, because at some point we have to come together.
Chris, so listen to me, right? I apologize, Fif. Was you about to say something?
No, I just want to make sure. I thought Dr. Meter was about
I
to say
was getting
something.
ready to kind of piggyback off of Chris. The 29,000 is not a lot for a private institution.
Right.
Fayetteville State gets state funding, so they can offset the cost that it takes to go there to lower it for students. That's why it's so attractive. Right. You look at those state-funded HBCUs and look at the enrollment. FAMU, agriculture, they get funding, federal funding. So when we say we have to compete, we're competing really with the Hamptons, the Johnson C. Smith, the private, right? The Livingstone, St. Aug.
Right.
That's where we're competing. And North Carolina has the second largest number of HBCUs. So, and most of Shaw's students are from North Carolina, 70%.
Yeah.
So that's where we've historically been getting students from in the last probably 10 years. Prior to that, we were coming from all over, because what brought us there? Baseball, right? Band. Those are I literally declined Hampton 3 weeks before to come to Shaw to go to the band because Mr. Brown would not stop calling me.
And look what happened to him. And Doctor, I apologize. How you pronounce
You can call me Cherie. Call me Cherie. And I also want to note that I am a mass comm major. So I'm not advocating for the radio. I'm not saying that was a good deal in any way. Am I saying that was a good deal? Because if you keep selling things and you still are in a deficit, obviously it didn't work, right? So you have to move strategically, and you have to figure out if our main funding source is tuition and our next greatest asset is land, can we lease this and make money for years to come to have a diverse stream of income? And that's just all I'm gonna say. I'm not arguing with
great point, Doctor. Great point.
See,
the board, because that's that's a whole another conversation, the board.
And that's the major when you've had constant mismanagement, why would you try to trust these people with Shaw's most valuable asset? And if you think about this right now, right, there's a development down the block from Shaw. It's basically the size wise, not the height, but the size of the student union, right? It's a $400 million development.
Right? Which one is it, Eugene?
It's in the Triangle Business Journal.
Is this part of that Raleigh kind of revitalization of downtown, the 2030 plan that's happening for Raleigh?
They have destinationraleigh.com. So folks could go to destinationraleigh.com and see, what they have there. So it's like a $400 million development. It's like the size of the student union, right? But it goes up. So if I can take 6 of those, and literally just on the campus, from the main campus where the old dorms that we call it in the student union is, one block, if I could comfortably sit 6 of those, now you're talking about a $400 million development times 6, that land should be valued at no less than $2.4 billion. So what I'm trying to say is, we do not have the people in place to get Shaw the best bang for its buck. Now,
and I could possibly agree with that, because the one thing we don't know about the plan is we know there's this possible leasing of the land. But in the case where we thought, like with the radio, there was a buyer, quick sale, right? And Shaw doesn't know who it can lease its land to yet. No. They don't know what the plan is yet for what could be built. And so right now you're just saying we're asking for permission for rezoning to move forward in this way. And I think that's what makes people a little uneasy too, because you're like, okay, you lease it to whom? For what? For what use?
But I think the problem is, let me go. I think the problem is, Cherie, that's what we think, but I think David Kane stepped in and said, nah, I'm doing this and I'm building 30-story condos. I think he kind of jumped the gun, which let people know, if you know who he is, he developed the entire North Hills. He said, nah, I don't know what y'all think y'all talking about. This shit is done. Like exactly. I'm building these condos. Like I'm about to break ground in January. So y'all, whatever y'all talking about is fine. But I'm one of the most
influential developers in North Carolina.
Right.
And I'm building these condos, 30 stories. They coming.
Right, but there's been
like
talks about the benefits to students and what could be built underneath the condos, right? That first level and all of that stuff. So it's still, and if that is in the works, like you're saying, I'm not saying it's not, what's the dollar amount, right?
Right. And see, the funny thing is Jermaine is constantly, and Jermaine is my man, because what happened is the other day, somebody posted, and again, this is why I don't even get into these conversations with short folk anymore. I go there to get my own. What happened is they quoted me, the news guy quoted me. So when the VP of real estate says, we're good with 1,500 students, and the president is sitting right there, he said it more than once. And the only reason why I even opened my mouth at the meeting is because somebody asked them, has anybody opposed this? And they all sat there and said, no, we have no opposition. What? I'm the only fat black nigga up in here that's saying this is bullshit. So why would y'all, I'm not sitting here saying, oh yeah, talk nice to me, don't lie to me. Don't constantly keep lying. These people, they said more than one time, we're good with 1,500 students. And when I said that, Jermaine said, that's not true. And I had to call him, but he said, no, I'm not saying what you said wasn't true. We want more than 1,500 students. Well, you need to talk to your president, because I already know what they said. And then in the meeting, right, as we sit in the meeting, she's staying there. Okay, we're not going to sell, but we're going to lease. We want the Google buildings here. This is why you got to be in. We want the Microsoft buildings here. This is what we want.
I saw that clip. We want our buildings to look like Red Hat, where our students might potentially work.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So, and then they coming up with this bullshit. Well, and you got the president of the university that's been there for 5 years now saying nobody knows where Shaw University is. So we're going to create the Shaw U district. So they want to, according to Dr. Dillard, out of her mouth, saying we want these buildings, but we want to call it the Shaw U district, because that way people going to know where Shaw U. No, they're not. When people say, oh, meet me at the Red Hat or meet me at the BB&T, with them buildings that she's saying we got to go up, they're going to say, meet me at the Google building. The guy who owns the property across the street, I can't think of what's that, whatever, Ellington. He owns property. He says, well, she goes, when you look up, the students going to be able to see Google. They're going to be able to see Microsoft. And the guy says, well, I want to be able to see Shaw. And she says to him, nope, change is coming. This is exactly.
So here's what I'll say to this. I think if not this, then the question is what, right? Because now we're talking about decades of operating in a deficit. And even if it's a balanced budget, it's a deficit because you have a deficit of students. Shaw can hold 3,000 students. We know this, right? Yet we have 988 students. So if we're constantly doing this, if not this, it sounds like you're saying you need the right people at the table to get the best money for the leasing and voices to be heard about what happens around the university. But I'm not at the table, but what I can say, if it's not this, then what and when? And will we have a Shaw to go back to if we don't do this?
My point. Let me jump in real quick, Eugene. Go ahead. So we're running low on time. Okay. So I wanted to give Dr. Mehta a chance to close out, and then I'm gonna give Eugene a chance to close out. Just to say some final thoughts about what this is. Like I said, let me reiterate. We are not arguing. This is just how we talk. This is how we talk in the dorm on. Yes, in the Garrett Center on Friday nights. So we just want to. We got two very educated, very vocal, and like I said, educated alumni, and also knowledgeable. We want them both to get a chance to close out, and then me and Sean will come and close out to end our show tonight on a Monday night. But we'll let Dr. Mehta start off.
Okay, I'll start out by saying HBCUs have been underfunded for years, for decades, right? And Shaw is no different in the underfunding. And when we think about higher ed and the operational side of higher ed, taking the people at Shaw out of that plan or whatever, we have to think about money, revenue in, students in, and what the cost is to keep things moving. And not to have plaster coming off the ceiling. Because if I'm a student, if I'm a parent and I go there, I'm like, oh, what's happening? This is unhealthy. You can't breathe this, right? So we have to say that the buildings on campus in some ways attract students. We also have to look at programming. Let's not get that twisted. Students know when they go to college, most of them now, especially with social media, they know what they want to major in. Shaw has 24 programs. 24 programs. They've had to reduce that. And that's not, we don't have to talk about why. We know some of like the radio, my major, mass comm is gone. But what are students coming to Shaw for? When I talk to students, they want to come to Shaw. They say, do you have nursing? No, you can go somewhere else, but you can go to community college for nursing. You can spend a third of what you would spend here and go make that money and still come out making more than the medium amount that our alum are making when they come out. So we have to think about program enrollment, alumni engagement, marketing plans. And Shaw is doing a much better job of marketing. But to Dr. Diller's point, I tell people when they say, oh, what school did you go to? I say Shaw in Raleigh, North Carolina, the oldest HBCU in the South. Because otherwise, when I say Shaw, they look at me and then I say in Raleigh, North Carolina. And then, oh, yeah. But it's true. You should be like a FAMU, a Hampton. We're the oldest HBCU in the South. There should be some recognition for that. And I think we have to come together. And I'm trying to, I heard Chris and Fif say that they're neutral. I'm neutral in this because I'm speaking from a higher ed standpoint, but I'm also speaking as a passionate alum who I've been on those calls. I've been in those meetings. I've even questioned sometimes why I couldn't get a sheet of all the Chicago people who I sent their applications to see if they enrolled. So I've been on the other side asking the questions, trying to figure out who I can contact. I was supposed to do my research at Shaw, but IRB never got back to me. So guess who did? Livingstone. And then guess who I ended up with? Delaware State. Delaware State. So there's a lot of things operationally besides just the building and the land. We have to figure out what's happening. I agree with leadership and turnover. Can you retain people? Do you pay enough? No, you don't have enough money. You can't pay enough. Faculty at these community colleges and research universities, they're coming in easily making 50, 70, their tenure track. They're getting money. They're making over $100,000 in a few years. Shaw faculty, I would not teach as an adjunct. Wow. Not even part-time. The full-time people are probably making about $25,000. So you have to attract people to build the institution that is the premier institution that Dr. Dillard talks about. It doesn't come overnight. It won't come overnight. It won't happen. Not in a year, not in 2 years.
All right.
Well,
hey, Eugene,
thank you so much, Dr. Meta, for coming on and giving us this knowledge. It was very, very knowledgeable for us, and I'm sure for all our listeners as well.
All right. Eugene, you want to close it out? We got your closing remarks, bro?
Well, I say you cannot give a new revenue stream to corruption and mismanagement. And you got when somebody tell you I'm going to take 3.2 million and give state-of-the-art technology to the students and don't do it. When somebody tell you we're going to take this new 10 million, Shaw's probably in the best financial state it's ever been in, probably ever. And say, I'm going to remodel these dorms so that students will have something nice. There's nobody been there since January. Tuition, $29,000. So you're talking about almost $6 million, right? And then I'm gonna give y'all this nugget too, because my line brother is Dr. Linwood Brown, right? From Nassau, Bahamas.
Salute, bro.
He does medical marijuana research. They're trying to legalize in the Bahamas and in Jamaica, right? Linwood says to me,
Any samples available?
Linwood says to me, listen, I could bring $50 to $150 million to Shaw and research. Think about this now. The building that we have in these meetings, these current meetings, it's called the Yancey building, but those that don't know, it's an actual research building. Right. The middle is gutted out so you can do your research, go on the sides and collect your data. State, Duke, everybody. Teaching is secondary. Those professors are there to do research, to get research dollars, right? So Linwood says, I could Canada's billions of dollars in medical marijuana. I said, listen, nothing moves at Shaw unless you talk to Joe. get somebody to put Linwood in touch with Joe. This is true shit now. I could get $50 to $150 million in research. He's a medical doctor. He says, not only that, I could create a physician assistant program. I could teach the ear, nose, and throat and something else. I just need one more doctor to teach ABC, and we don't have to worry about cadavers. We can go to Duke and get all that. Somebody puts him in touch. He flies here, meet with Joe Bell, the chairman of Shaw's board, who nothing moves from Shaw unless it goes through Joe. So then somebody calls me a week after Linwood goes back and said, it's not looking good for Brother Brown. I'm like, what do you mean it's not looking good for Brother Brown? Joe says, I don't know if we could control that boy. I don't know. So Shaw, you got no students. I don't think you want to recruit students. You don't have the Bears Den open, which is the game room where the students at least have fun. You're not doing any research where most schools get money for research. We have a board that refuses to leave no matter how much you say they won't go. I sent y'all all of the documents.
I got them, bro.
So nobody can say, and as Jermaine sits on the chat, trolling us on the chat.
It's all good, bro.
His name is on the think tank committee saying, Joe, what happened to the $5 million from Joe? How did Du Bois get in Falcon's office? Joe, his name is on the think tank. So how do you sit on the board with the same guy that has caused our school to be the shits? To be the shits. You understand what I'm saying? To be, just like y'all said, we talk about Howard, we talk about FAMU. I'm a lover of HBCUs. You know what I'm saying? I believe HBCUs can cure everything that's wrong with the Black community. Matter of fact, I'm building a football stadium, and I want to call it HBCU Stadium. I'm helping somebody in Fayetteville build a football stadium. And again, for sure to have 40 acres of land, but we take a $900,000 and go remodel Durham County Stadium, we're not even properly utilized. And now it's come to this point where we're saying we have no other choice but to deal with the developers. And don't get me wrong, I'm about to shut it down in a minute. Don't get me wrong. I do believe we need to do something, right? There's plenty of land outside of that main campus. I want to see the plan where we're going to develop the new dorms for the students, the student union, as well as the cafeteria. Because what they're proposing to the students right now is a food court, a neighborhood food court that these 1,500 students are going to have to go sit in. And think about this. You come to an HBCU for an HBCU experience.
Right.
You don't come to an HBCU to just live in a high-rise building. You understand? I'm with, we have to do something. But when these people have shown you that they're not responsible, will you really risk Shaw's most valuable asset that they are allowing to be undervalued? That's all I'm saying.
And my brother, Dr. Sharif, brother, we salute you guys on your time. See, here's the thing that I found most fascinating about this conversation. It's a lot of solutions, and everybody got points of view, and no one's right, no one's wrong. You know what I'm saying? No one's wrong about their point of view. There's a lot of ways we can go with this one, and this is something that we can build upon. And we want to continue this conversation down the road. We have a show. We can invite Brother Brown on and kind of give his side of the story or whatever, man. But it's a lot of these minds that came together here tonight provided a lot of solutions. You know what I'm saying? There was no.
Hey, you include me, bro?
Bro,
I want Chris to be the leader. Chris is the light skinned Christopher Williams with the curly hair. I need you, pretty motherfucker, to be the leader.
Hey, Doctor, bro, you know how I feel about you, man. It's all love, Doctor. Thank you so much for guys coming on and sharing your thoughts. And it was it was great information. And we want to talk offline and how to bring this back together again and have a great forum and how, because all we did was move the ball forward. That's all we did. We didn't fumble the ball here.
Pleasure to meet you, Doc. Pleasure. I'm Sharif. You said call you Sharif.
Yes, we'll talk again. We'll talk again. Maybe homecoming, maybe before.
Yeah. Okay. So we got something here that we can all build upon and move the ball forward, because that's all we did tonight.
The light-skinned lawyer leader.
Hey,
I'll take it.
Hey,
we need the leader.
So we all agree that we got something that we can move the ball forward, and we all agree that we want the best for the university going forward.
And we have to be engaged, everybody.
Absolutely.
Gotta be.
Yeah, absolutely. So, hey, number one, hey, thank you, Dr. We sincerely appreciate it. Hey, bro, you know how I feel about you. Salute to you. Root to the Qs. Thank you. Thank you guys for jumping on tonight, man. Any last words, real quick, like 30 seconds to each one of you guys. Doctor, you want to start off?
No,
quick
I'm just glad we talked about opinionated facts tonight.
Oh, look at you. We're gonna send you a T-shirt. There you go. There you go.
I don't want the cootie cat shirt. I don't want that with it.
We got you.
I don't want nothing to do with no cat.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna tell you what. Y'all don't have to worry because he's not gonna send you no shirt at all. Look at me.
Hey, that's our top seller. That cootie cat is our top seller, baby. So salute to hey, Doctor, sincerely appreciate you. Great information. Awesome, great information.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Hey, bro, you got anything you want to wrap this up with, bro? You good? 30 seconds. You want to say something real quick before we wrap it up?
Who, me?
You.
He wants to announce that it's going to be a big brunch at his house. The Podcases.
No. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. I had 30 people. I had 30. No, it's the Kappa houses this year. No.
Let's do it.
The bad thing is, there was a couple of people that I did. Again, we coming off pre-COVID. I sang all the accolades for the missus, but she is a 3-time cancer survivor. So those people that didn't, she had a compromised immune. So I was trying to keep it limited to about 30, 40 people. We had a few extra party crashers.
We did.
The brunch is at your house.
Hey, bro.
Hey, you see, I was sharp though, wasn't I?
That's why you our leader. You're our leader. You got the license.
Hey, Q,
leader, bro.
Hey, Q, you know how I feel about you, my brother. Thank you so much for your time this evening, man. You gave us a lot of information. Doctor, hey, thank you so much. We're going to send you a Podcases shirt because you represented the Opinionated Facts. Bro, salute you, man. Thank you, everybody.
Hey, thank y'all.
Hey, thank you.
Peace.
Hey, my brother, that was a lot of good information there, man. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I decided? You don't give me enough credit, man. Like,
I give you what you need, bro.
I thought you was froze on that.
Nah, man. Hey, man. Listen. I'm great. I'm good.
I never heard you that quiet before.
Hey, man. I love soaking information in, brother, and that's my thing. I read a lot and I soak a lot of information in, man. It was a lot of information that was great information that I didn't know. I learned a lot tonight. I hope everybody else learned a lot tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? And you're a fountain of information anyway, my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I appreciate that. Hey, great show, great dialogue, man. I think you and I are gonna have to talk, but we need to put something like this together for homecoming week, man. To get some momentum going in there, man.
Or on campus.
Yeah. Something live on campus, man. Maybe we can get with some administrators, be able to do something like this. I think this just engages more alumni than are engaged in maybe the regular meeting that's on campus, man. And that's what we need, man. Sometimes we got to think outside the box. If you want something different, you got to do something different. And Dr. Meta made a great point when she said this has been decades. We have to do something different, man. And maybe we are the agents of change. We
are, brother. That's why the Podcases are here, brother. Hey, you got anything you want to say to the people before we wrap it up? Are we good?
Yeah, I'm gonna wear this black shirt every week until you send me some shirts.
Hey, I understand that. You gotta do what you gotta do, my brother. It's all on you, man. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get to your opinionated facts this week, man. But if you want to do the top 3, we can do them real quick. If you want to do them really quick,
give them to me, man.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna go to this is the opinionated facts for episode number 42. These are the types of women that men usually date before they find their true love. Okay. There are a total of 8 of them, but we'll do all 8.
Do all 8.
Roll through them real quick if everybody want. Okay, we'll do all 8. Here's number 8. Here's the type of women that men usually date before they find their true love. Number 8 is the woman who's your first crush. That was your first crush. That's usually the type of women.
I remember the woman used to tell me about in school, man.
I married her, bro. So don't get it
twisted. No. I'm talking about when you first got the show. I don't think she would fit in the screen right now. But go ahead.
We're gonna move to number 7 then. So I'm talking too much. All right, number 7 is the women who parties too hard. Ooh. These are the 8 type of women that you usually find before you get to your true love. The women that you date before you find your true love. Number 7 is the woman who parties too hard. Number 8 is the woman who is your first crush. Number 6, here we go, is the woman who gossips too much.
Oh God, I hate that.
You hate them gossipers, don't you?
God, man, we
all hate these gossipers.
I'm leaving in the morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So you know what I'm saying? So these are 8 women that men usually date before they find their true love. Number 5 is the woman who's too serious with life. Those are the ones who post on Facebook all the time about how much they love their guy they got now. You know what I'm saying? We come along and destroy it. You know what I'm saying? So that's number 5. You know what I'm saying? And number 4 is the woman who's just too beautiful. You ever,
gotta get out of there.
You gotta get out of that one, man. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So these are 8 types of women that men usually date before they find their true love. Number 8 is the woman who your first crush. Number 7 is the woman who parties too much. Number 6 is the woman who gossips too much. Number 4 is the woman who's just too beautiful. Too serious with life. Number 4 is the woman who's just too beautiful. Number 3 is the woman who's always jealous. The woman who's always jealous. That's number 3.
You better get out of there.
You better get out of that one, man, real quick. Number 2 is the woman who's always the big time drama queen. We don't want to deal with those drama queens, man. So here it is, man. This is Opinionated-Facts for episode number 42. These are the women that men usually date before they find their true love. Number 8 is the woman who's your first crush. Number 7 is the woman who parties too much. Number 6 is the woman who gossips too much. Number 5 is the woman who's too serious with life. Number 4 is the woman who's just too beautiful. Number 3 is the woman who always jealous. Number 2 is the woman who's always a big time drama queen. And number 1 woman that men usually date before they find their true love. Here it is. The girl who's the one. That's the number 1 woman that men
Wait,
find.
you don't end up with the one?
Hey man, that's the list. Hey man, I would thank everybody for rocking with the cases. I'm not going to touch what Cy said because I know he's going with it. But so salute to everybody. Salute to everybody who's rocking with the cases on episode number 42. This is Monday Night Live, man. I like to thank you to our guest, our brother, Mr. Eugene Myrick, Dr. Cherie Meter. We sincerely appreciate you guys' time. You got anything you want to say to the people before we wrap it up, my brother?
Hey, man, appreciate everybody listening, man. A lot of people listening who don't even ain't got no ties with y'all, man. It's probably happening at your HBCU too. If not your HBCU, probably a church. So still take something out of it. It's good information.
It's always good information. My brother, I thank you so much. I thank the world for rocking with the cases for episode number 42, Monday Night Live. We're back regular on Sunday night at 7 p.m. My brother, give somebody something quick to watch before we wrap this up, brother.
Man, I checked out Rap Shit on HBO Max. That's pretty good, man. Check out Rap Shit.
All right, man. We're moving along with Better Call Saul. We're down to 4 episodes, everybody. So if you're not,
forget about that. I'm gonna go watch that tonight. Yeah,
you know you're not. But he's not. So thank you, everybody. I sincerely appreciate everybody who rocked with us on episode number 42, Monday Night Live.
Hey, send me your FX login. I'm serious.
Hey, man, I love you, my brother. You're the best, man. Thank you so much for putting this together, my man. You always come off on top. Thank you, everybody who tuned in tonight. Thank you, everybody on YouTube. Thank you, everybody on Facebook. Salute to everybody who rock with the Cases Nation. We'll see y'all guys next week. We are the originators of Opinionated-Facts. You got my man, Fif.
Boy, Cy, you will not end up with the one.
Hey, baby. Hey, thanks to everybody who rocked with the cases tonight. Much love. Hey, and as we always say, man, if you can help somebody, please do help somebody. Much love to everybody. And God bless and have a good Tuesday and the rest of your week, man. Salute. Rue.
Peace.